succession in family businesses. Now, as far as family businesses go, this is probably one of the most important things to consider, which is, in many instances, the matter which is the least considered. Now, let's use an example, a typical family business. There's a mother, father, let's say 2 sisters, 2 brothers, and they are in some form or shape involved in the business. And let's say it's a 3rd generation business. In other words, it's been passed on from generation to generation. Now, what would happen if the father and mother pass away, for instance? Well, the children will take it over, most likely. The question is, are sufficient relationships and skills transferred to them to enable them to continue with the business? Let's work on the assumption it's a sizable business. What would happen if the 2 sons pass on, or the 2 daughters, or let's use an extreme example, and it's not impossible. Let's say they will all travel together, and let's say the whole family pass on. What would happen then? Does the business go to the grandchildren? Are there certain key staff in the business which can be appointed on a share scheme basis or on some remuneration basis? So one must not only look at succession from parents to children, one must also look at a situation where the children might not be there, or might not be suitable, or might not be interested in the business. So when it comes to succession, although we think of family must take it over, and are very much for that, because they have a vested interest and their legacy, etc. But one must also consider maybe a combination of key staff which are skilled. And the most important thing is to transfer relationships, transfer know-how, skill, to make sure that in the event if someone passes on who is key, that the business can continue. Do this test. If you have a family business, let's say tomorrow the key person of the family passes on, what would happen? First of all, from a documentation perspective, is that in order or not? That's the first question you must ask. If it's not in order, you should get it in order. The second question you must ask yourself, and maybe do a trial run, that the key person, let's assume it's the father, let he go on a sabbatical for 3 or for 6 months, and that the successor child take over and run the business, and then analyze it and see how it went. It's worth to do this stress test. We've seen with the pandemic that things can change overnight, but we do not plan for if those events occur. But now you have the chance to test it and to see what the result is and to plan accordingly.